Welcome back to Hit Talks with Hitesh. Today we are joined by someone who is a complete package when it comes to hair. A stylist, colorist, educator, and a very creative and a lovable person who has been shaping the industry for over 15 years. Please welcome Shiva. Hi, Shiva.
Hello.
Hello. First of all, really, I would like to welcome you on my podcast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for coming over here.
Thanks to you inviting me to your podcast. It's something first podcast with you and first podcast in my life.
It's
So,
my pleasure.
It's don't ask something critical questions or something controversial things.
So, Shiva, we both know each other since more than 13 years.
It's a very long journey. It's more than a decade. Yeah.
More than a decade. So definitely we know about each other.
Exactly.
But our audience would also like to know about yourself. If you can take us to a short intro of your journey.
See, I'm a third generation of into barbering, so we are into salon industry, and yes, my journey starts when it comes to profession. My journey starts when I'm in schooling itself. Then my parents somewhere they said that first you study whatever it possible. Degree is compulsory, so forcefully I went to an educational platform. So I done my studies, I done my college, and yes, came back to Bangalore. I mean for a job purpose, and there I work in a banking sector. And banking sector, why I joined is because my elder brother is already in that zone, and it is for me. It is very easy to get in, and so I work for a while. I mean, days, hardly not even a month.
So from banking to hairdressing.
Yeah.
So this switch, how it happened?
So I have a touch of hairdressing, but my parents didn't allow me to be in this industry. The reason simple because that time, if you see a decade back or 2 decades back, the hairdressing industry is not so
Popular.
popular. I can say popular or not well organized or something. So somewhere they doesn't want to me in that zone. They are not convinced. They are not finding out better. Like I feel somewhere I should also not go into that. So I was somewhere convinced myself. Okay, let's do education. Then I went to a job. But trust me, I'm not even a single damn happy in that zone.
Because
And
really, I
just-
have seen that
you don't believe, like, yeah, I completely went one bank and then I quit and again I joined in the other way. Like somewhere they want me to set right in public sector or some like government jobs or done my engineering. So most of the people don't know, but yes, I done my engineering in electronics and communication.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's the education. To be honest, I'm not very pro in education. My academics are quietly not poor, not very good, something like an average. Finally, I finished my degree and then I find out a job as a hairdresser. And there is a salon which offered me as a hairdresser, a senior hairdresser. I joined as a hairdresser. There my journey starts again in hairdressing. But believe it or not, like almost 1 year, I had not informed to my parents that
So
I'm
did
doing
you
those.
went through a diploma course or did you went through some institute to learn?
Yeah, at that moment when I was working, some way the people guided me like you should go for a course because your works are not really high standards. So somewhere I joined in an academy in Bangalore. So I done my studies. Like I started my hair in hairstyling only. So somewhere it connects to me a lot when it comes to styling. I focus on more on textures, as you know. And then I done my education, a proper education, global education, from a different level of. I'm lucky to have a very good masters in my life. Now I don't know. They're all split. Like it is more of not in India. I learned completely. I learned from different countries. I got a very good masters. My gurus, they are a pure mentors, and somewhere I'm lucky in that to have that kind of education, that kind of standard of learning points which I got it.
So do you feel that the decision what you made coming to this industry, rather
Mhm.
than, like, you would have been a very good engineer, but you opt to choose this industry.
Yes, I opt to
So
choose.
so do you feel that that was a very wise decision?
100%, 100 out of definitely it is a wise decision, and I was first satisfactory job. That is most important. I feel like, and you don't believe like 1 2 years I had not informed in my home that
So
I'm
what was
doing
the
this,
reaction of your parents when they got to know that
and
you are into
yeah, I
hairdressing?
just still manage. I just still manage that there is a chance like once they see me on the stages like on very recently when I work in on stage doing portfolio shoots at different sectors. When I work, when they see they don't even use any social media platforms, somebody else, their parent or my relatives or somebody of my friends will go and tell that your son, you see this, you see that, then they will be shocked. Oh, in this industry there is so wide opportunities or wide ranges of like if you see, it's not like one, like earlier it is only on a into men's hairdressing, but it is, there are large sectors, there are different directions in hair when we do. So that's what the journey starts, and then, and in our like if you ask me, this 13 years of our life, you had seen me and I had seen you, but yes, we had started at what to say, it's all like learning, learning, learning.
And
Yes,
definitely
still
there is
learning
there
point.
is there is always learning never
Yeah,
stops.
exactly,
There
exactly,
is no age for learning. That is what
exactly.
I believe.
For
But
me, it is a more confidence. For me, it is more strength. For me, it is everything. Yes.
by chance, if your parents were very adamant about, no, no, you will not go into this profession. So if that time they would have not supported you, and they would have been very particular about, no, you have to do job only, whether it's a government job or you have to do the engineering what you
Yeah,
completed,
yeah, yeah.
then would you have been continued doing the same thing?
Maybe I'm not, because I'm not completely, because I'm a younger kid in my family. My siblings are elder, so I'm the last person in my family. So whatever I do, I have a freedom of choice, and I feel like more individuality. I always think about, no, I don't want to do that. I have that leverage, and I may took a lot of advantage in saying that. On like not my elder brother. My elder brother doesn't have a choice. He has to do a banking job. He has to do that in that way. My sister, like she has in a professional way. So me, I have a different choice, and trust me, in my family, I'm the only one who's continuing that legacy now towards now.
So Shiva, when you started your journey as a hairstylist, and now uh, when you are working with so many celebrities, so many legends in this industry, what do you feel like? Do you feel satisfied? Are you satisfied in what you are doing today? Have you achieved those things which you wanted to achieve, or still there is something which is yet to be achieved?
I'll tell you, Hitesh, when we do for celebrities, at that particular time, it's like a win-win situation, like playing a match equivalent to, like we are playing with a toughest texture. I don't see the face of the person, either celebrity or non-celebrity. But if you see the hair textures, for me it is more challenging when I do a hair textures. So either I can able to achieve this particular look or not. That is a whole challenging point. Even if I do a celebrity, even if I'm not doing a celebrity, for any a normal artist, or even as like our loyal clients, when I see that, see, even when I work for a shoots, generally I can tell you this, I face a lot of challenges when I see particularly, oh, we have a lot of confidence to do the look, but end of the day, we also think that either it is achievable or not. Is it, there are different sectors when it comes to hair. So we only not work for a salon. We also work for a sector which is for the shoots. We also work for a bride, groom, and different zones. Hair is not fixed at one place. So
But I
for
have seen the way how you handle the hair. It listens to you. It dances on your tune.
it's not always it is. There are some challenges which I even faced it. So I still remember there are some ways that yeah, there are a
So
lot of
any
learnings when I do.
so when you said that you have gone through many challenges, so can you tell me any incident that particular hit you and which has impacted badly in your career?
See, it is nothing like impact, I'll tell you, but there are a lot of learnings from the production houses. There are people who are into stylists. They, like one of my friend, like his name is MZ, he's a very good stylist. And he used to tell me like, Shiva, the hair should be like this. And I was somewhere like, realize he's not a hairdresser. How come he's judging me? And how come he's giving me guidance that this has to be that, that has to be that, this form has to be that, this texture has to be that? It is, sometimes I'll feel like this guy is somewhere like he's telling with no sense. But trust me, I used to do on my own. He used to say, no, I need this changes to be done. So see the picture once if you are done. Listen to me. They used to say that. So yeah, okay, let's try. I am very much flexible. Let's try. Yeah, I tried that way, and it really works. And when I see the picture, then I self realize, oh, this is the look.
Many times it happens, when we work with a very a big personality, who is already
But
very famous,
what?
and they have a lot of ego, and sometimes it is very difficult to work with them.
Yeah, I understand. But with me, I 90% I had not seen such people. Maybe I had seen one or two, but we had to ignore them. Recently, when I worked with Vidal Sassoon team, they are just curating the look in such a way, like everything polished. They're not doing very hard work. They're just doing very smartly. They are handling the hair. So that is where somewhere I keep learning. I am the good observer. Like I keep watching everything. So I really got a good learning. If you see if I go back, I done several shows with a great artist along with me. So they had done their own way of styling it. It is like for us, it is something more observation, and then we have to execute that. Sometimes it is not compulsory. We have to apply everywhere, but when the time situation comes, that time I'll be applying for that.
So as you have seen the work of Vidal Sassoon, and you have also seen many artists work in India, what do you feel the difference is?
Everybody is different, but some are very good in cut, some are very good in styling, some are very good in managing the hair, how manipulation, how it's like literally like in like there are different parameters when we see about hair styling when it comes to cuts. Also they'll express, it's more of expression. The look has to be created in such a way how the overall appearance is coming. When it comes to shows is we done a lot of textures, more of big hair. But when it comes to cuts, it's more of like we try to portray not very creative level, but we try to make understand the audience into more of a commercial way of wearable looks, that what we create and curate something what innovative they can come out. So this is what I learned from the seniors, this is what I learned from my gurus, and that way.
We know that in India, if you want to search a talent, you will find many people who has lot of creativity. They are good in cuts
Yeah.
and some maybe good in makeup or styling, but still in India we still follow international artist,
Yeah.
right?
So when it comes to fashion, the global trends come from, as you know, it's basically from the Europe. So if you see the fashion trends, it's like a Vogue. They initiate the looks, they initiate the trends. It's not about hair they don't initiate, but yes, there will be some story telling which this particular trends, this particular trend colors, this particular trend textures, what is going to be next trends. So it is like a universal language.
So So you have also worked with a very well-known magazine, Vogue.
Yeah, some of my looks came into the Vogue magazine.
So how was the experience?
It was great. I didn't know honestly that I am working for my looks are going to be print in Vogue. But when I work, we just do for as a habit. Like, trust me, when I get a mood board in my hand, mood board is something like we curated, like all the how the textures, how the theme, how the background, how the hair texture, how the hair color, how all the elements basically we keep together in a sheet, and we are trying to curate each look. Oh, this kind of form, this kind of shape, this kind of texture, everything will be curated in terms of hair and where the shoot is happening, either it is indoor or outdoor, and how the shoot, what is it replicating, how the hair has balance, how the garment has that balance. It's all overally package, I can tell you. So when we are doing it, I have a honestly, I only focus on the hair, but I had not seen the entire picture. But there are stylists who really works out on all the elements from top head to toe. So there it comes. Now when I see the output pictures, I feel like wow, it's purely an outdoor which we shot in Pondicherry. So it's very unique. Then I understand Vogue has this kind of set of mind that they want this kind of textures, this kind of elements, not like a regular editorial type, but they have their own taste.
So Shiva, I have seen your journey. You started as a stylist. From stylist, you have really climbed all the ladders, if I'm not wrong. And today, you are working as a creative manager in one of a very reputed company.
It was co-profession.
Yeah. So how does it feel?
It was really great experience, let me tell you. I can't say in words. And for me, every day, as I said, it's like a match. जैसा हम क्रिकेट खेलता है डेली, हर मैच हम जीतना है. So for me, it is like that. So if I do today, if we did a seminar, every day is a new experience. Playing with a new texture. हमको एक टास्क भी मिलता है जैसा मॉडल कैसा है. So हम लुक्स अचीव करना है क्योंकि हर हेयर ड्रेसर का सो दे एक्सपेक्ट समथिंग. सभी लोग एक्सपेक्ट करके आते हैं सुबह. So we need to fulfill them that what they want to learn something new or regular. So I'll try to teach something new, and it's a journey. It's all like a journey every day. It's for me, I didn't feel like, oh, if I see 10 years back, if you see 5 years back, the journey is quite different than currently what I am. But the work is same, like same work. हेयर ड्रेसिंग, वहाँ पे भी हेयर ड्रेसिंग, हेयर टीचिंग कर रहे हैं, वहाँ पे भी हेयर टीचिंग, बट प्लेटफॉर्म इज क्वाइट डिफरेंट. आई फील लाइक ग्रेट, लाइक समवेयर लाइक आई एम अटेंडिंग समथिंग बिग shows.
So prior working to Shoskov, you were working as a consultant.
Yeah, I was working as a consultant.
And you have worked with many brands,
Yeah,
right?
many brands.
So do you feel that working as a consultant is more good, or working with the brand is better?
This is a question that I understand, but you know what? The difference is, if you work as a consultant, you have a individual thinking system. You have your own choice. You have a different platforms you can go. You have a different directions to work. But if you work as a brand associate, like when you're working as an employee in any brand, definitely there are guidelines. You have a limited options, and that limited options are a hectic work, I can tell you. That's not so easy to handle sometimes, especially when you have a team and you have a responsibility of creating something, because it is not you yourself, it's a brand, like basically you're working. So automatically the brand is the first priority when it comes. So of course this is a huge difference between when you work as a consultant for a brand and you work inside the brand. A lot of changes.
So Shiva, as you have spoken that you work with different kinds of textures,
Yeah.
right? So in one of the seminar where you have performed, and you got a model who जिसके बाल बहुत ही dry, बहुत ही frizzy, manageable नहीं हुए. So how do you manage these things in front of live audience?
It's better, sometimes it is to play a fair game is always a good choice at that time. Instead of going into a mess, okay, I feel like we have to put up, this is a model, this is a thing. If that is a case, maximum the planning should be in a proper appropriate way. अगर आपका प्लानिंग सही नहीं है, then I think you will end up somewhere, and by mistakenly if we get this kind of situation, definitely I could have put up in front of the audience, this is what this is. So it has a limitation. Definitely हर बाल एक limitations होता है, इसके अंदर जो हेयर स्टाइल कर सकते हैं, कर पा सकते हैं. So even in the chemicals, even in creating a lot of moments, we have some limitations. इससे हम ज़्यादा overdo नहीं करना.
You know, nowadays there are most of the clients will always bring the reference
Yeah.
either from Facebook,
Actually, it is good.
Instagram,
It
or
is actually
Pinterest.
good. You know, most of the times it is actually good, even when it comes to cut, when it comes to color, when it comes to styling. Even now the production houses, वो लोग दिखाते हैं ऐसा, सर हमको ये रेफरेंस लुक, एंड छोड़ दो ना, ये मूड बोर्ड भी हम रेफरेंस के हिसाब से हम काम करते हैं. सो दैट इज़ व्हाट अ गुड कम्युनिकेशन, इंस्टेड ऑफ विजुअली ये सोच के ऐसा मुझे ऐसा आना चाहिए. मुझे आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट 10 years back. So my friends used to say, I want this hair, can you do this, can you do that? So that doesn't have any language. It is always better to have a reference image. Nowadays a digital image is more in trend, like to in the consultation part.
But even if the client is bringing the reference, क्या वो reference style, whether it is cut, color, क्या वो उनको suit करेगा या नहीं करेगा?
That is the second part, that is the main part. In fact, see, हर hair artist को एक quality होना चाहिए, that is a visualization part. So visualization is an everyday exercise. Imagine if I feel I had to predict, okay, ये हेयर कट होने के बाद लुक कैसा होना चाहिए, लाइक कैसा होने वाले हैं, सो टेक्सचर कैसा आपको अपीयरेंस देने वाला है. एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई डू कलर, ओ ये कलर सूट होगा कि नहीं होगा, अगर ये किया, दिस पर्टिकुलर शेड किया, क्या इफेक्ट दे, एंड ये पर्टिकुलर शेड दिया, ये कौन सा इफेक्ट दे दिया. सो यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, विजुअलाइज विथ योर, ओके, इसीलिए हम टाइम लेता है कंसल्टेशन में. You should see in the mirror.
There you go. So consultation is the key
Yes.
mantra,
Yes.
I would say.
But consultation is not simple like आप observe the texture. Oh, मैडम ये कलर चाहिए, ठीक है, ये कलर करना है, ठीक है, शेड कार्ड के हिसाब से और पिक्चर के हिसाब से, वो भी कंसल्टेशन पार्ट है. में कंसल्टेशन के अंदर एक विजुअलाइजेशन होता है, दैट इज़ अ मेन आर्टिस्टिक वर्क. आजकल जितने हेयर ड्रेसर्स हैं, कितना ऑलमोस्ट दे चार्ज लाइक लैक्स ऑफ रुपी पर डे. द होल आइडिया इज हाउ दे विजुअलाइज द हेयर. अच्छा, ओके, व्हेन द डायरेक्टर इज सेइंग यस दिस इज समथिंग, व्हेन आई अप्लाई, यस इट कैन बी गुड, we mutually agreed, yes, this is a look that has a caliber, like it's an add-on point, like it's a very big point for the hairdressers. अगर आज से ये शुरू किया तो definitely you will see the lot of changes in your portfolio. You will see a lot of changes in your
definitely career. I agree, Shiva, that consultation plays a very important role. But there are so many brands who are giving many educations to them. Okay, they are providing in-salon trainings. They are going for the. I mean, stylists are going for the seminars. They are attending masterclass. So they are being trained with so many brands. कितनी सारी brands है जो आज की तारीख में अलग अलग टॉपिक के ऊपर, अलग अलग कैटेगरीज के ऊपर, सब्जेक्ट के ऊपर ट्रेनिंग्स प्रोवाइड कर रही है स्टाइलिस्ट को. कंपनी तो ट्रेनिंग्स प्रोवाइड करना चाहती है स्टाइलिस्ट को.
Yes, but companies, if you ask me, more of they focus on the trends, they focus on the product, they focus on the creative mixing of colors, creative application techniques. But there is something beyond that. That level is the consultation, because we as a brand, we don't even see more than me. The hairdressers have a very big experience seeing a different textures. To be honest, we hardly cut in a day one cut or one color application. But if you see those hairdressers, they attend.
They do
clients.
many.
They do many. That means where they can learn really a lot of than us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
So where it is lacking, we as a brand person not really required to go and give the trainings to them. But where it is lacking, because the way as a trainer or educator will see the frame is the same thing that hairdressers don't see.
Nowadays, many hairstylists they aspire to become educators. What
Okay.
is your take on that? And if they want to become an educator, what are the steps which they should follow?
See, ideally, to become an educator from a hairdressing, as I said, they should think out of the box, like what can be done. Like, okay, selling a product is a ideal, like a key skills for any artist. I mean, as an educator working in academy, a salon and academy is a different portfolio he carried. Working in as an educator in a brand prospectus, it is completely different because we go through R&D, we see what is the behind the story of the product, how can it on what basis this product works on particular hair texture, something those lines, those particular knowledge will come into the point. But working in a salon and academy is more purely on the skills oriented. It's more like he has to upgrade. That's what I said, like there are a lot of ways, direction where the person has to, but end of the day we are all touching the hair, we all have to do all in the same lines, but one ऊपर नीचे होता है बस और कुछ नहीं.
और कुछ नहीं.
Yes or no,
Good.
Hitesh?
Yeah, yeah,
So
definitely.
we actually,
I
as a
agree
trainer,
with
we
you.
work not only salon, we work in banquet, we work in a very big shows, we do textures, same product, but our lines are quietly changing,
Yeah.
which is very good. I don't say that everyone has to work in one zone when it comes to hair. Yes, you have to try that, you have to try this, then you will understand this and that. So it is somewhere like when I go to salon, I do only clients, go home, only clients, go home, doesn't work. So even I talk in the
So a
seminar,
person has to do multitasking role. That means.
it's not multitasking, you're doing only hair, but work in a different zones where you will get an idea. As a hair artist, you have to you have to justify that, oh yeah, I'm doing hair in a full-fledged way.
Mhm.
I don't I you should not be fixed for one zone. I mean, you should come out from the comfort zone, work for a different. So you'll see a real, when you work for a shoot, you'll see a real potential in you. Like when you work in movies, when you do a hair, some campaign shoot, advertisement shoot, the storytelling hair will be there. More of the director needs the hair should not be like, as you are a creative guy, you can't do anything creative on the stuff on the set. So there is a way that, okay, as per the brand, product brand, you're working as a storytelling. When it is on a shows or fashion shows, you're exploring more of textures, more of like a good form you're working on. When you're working for editorial shoots, it's more on mood board, your theme, your comes out. So where you can really polish your skills over there. Oh, this is what.
So Shiva, you have seen so many trends in these so many years. Which one is your favorite?
One of the best trends which I like it is lived in. Why I like lived in is more of, it's more of natural. Expression is more into natural, more into seamless. Colors also like more of seamless. The textures are like not very structured or solid kind of waves or solid kind of curls. It is more of you know, the inspiration comes from the natural and we are giving it back in a natural way of. And trust me, Tej, that is very difficult to express in a natural way when it comes to texture, when it comes to color. That is what I noticed, and that's what, you know, if you see any kind of magazine, if you see any kind of TV shows, uh, a famous celebrity artist from Hollywood, Bollywood, anyone. So the hair artist will focus on kind of a natural way of appearance.
Appearance.
Yeah, that's why I said like it looks so simple, but
Elegant.
it is elegant. But the working terminology, the hairdressers needs to keep it in mind that we are doing it as lived in. So it is not very difficult, effortless, but sometimes to do effortless look, it takes time.
So, if I want to look for 2026,
Mhm.
what do you think? कौन सा ट्रेंड 2026 में ज़्यादा आएगा?
So I had researched recently about a next coming year collection. The more of the collection is multi-tonality. It's more of sustainability. The when it comes to any kind of element, the sustainability in the sense like we don't use something luxury elements in this. When it comes to hair, it is more of multi-tonality, different structure of hair, more of same kind of lived in but something like elegancy added.
So what I understand is in 2026 there will be an extension of lived in.
Yeah, extension of lived in, which is good and which is very good learning for hairdressers, something like.
Okay. So why do you think Indian artists don't get recognitions in international platforms? Is it a tricky question?
It's not tricky question. Let me tell you, there are very good artists in India which I had seen and I work with them. Something is missing. What I feel is a consistency in terms of doing performing the looks. When I talk this, I don't know, some may not like, some may like, but people who really went to international level, my mentors are there, really they done their best in their works, no doubt. But some way India have a corner of, let me tell you, it's say to say, I don't know it is right or not, but we in fact we didn't try that level of because when we compare our works with a global artist, definitely our works are not up to the mark. I'm talking about a competition works here. Okay, now when it comes to an artistic approach, so their people are innovative. Let me tell you, they always come with the innovative. The Korean hairdressers, they I'd seen a lot of Korean hairdressers. They themselves they create something new, fantasy, like more of creation. When it comes to cut or color or styling, they carry well. But Indian hairdressers, they also do a creative work. But comparatively, the other countries,
They do better, or their
it's not
research,
about they do
or
better.
their research is more better.
The research, their ideology, they put all together in a mood board. They come with a proper strategy. And I've seen, I follow a lot of hairdressers. We, somewhere we don't know, we don't go into that zone of thinking or ideology. We do that. There are people, there are some very good artists in India, but continuously the continuation will not be there, the consistency is not there when we keep up. It is nowadays, as you know, it's all like social media, everything reaches up globally, there is
Globally.
nothing one up one down.
Mhm.
So why can't you do it? Why can't you do something creative? Why can't you post it? Definitely you get a good reach and people notice you and people identify you. Okay, this is an Indian artist who do very creative. But we don't have that kind of hard work or put in efforts to create that kind of work, create that kind of zone. Yes, I can tell you that bluntly.
So there are many hairdressers जो बहुत ही कम समय में नाम
बहुत
बहुत
कम।
अच्छी तरीके से कमा लेते हैं. तो डू यू फील कि ये जो नाम जो फेम उनको मिलता है बहुत ही कम समय में, sometimes it overshadowed the talent?
Like nowadays, as you said before question also, like it's why it is not. It is more of now the trend is on copy. One person is doing that, so let me try that way. It's same like that. So there doesn't have, even in that they are not doing consistency. So they will do for a span of time. Oh, they want to do come out with the reels like at least 50 reels, 100 reels, and one person is doing that. Let me do that. So let me also try that. So nowadays it is so trend. I want to do that way. So let's do that. So it is like it's going on that way.
Copy,
Copy paste.
copy paste.
Even our works are like copy paste. Most of the works, like if you see, we don't come out with an idea. We don't come out with a. I'm not degrading anyone, but it is more we are flexible in doing so and so.
So India has so many traditions, so many different textures of hair. Do you feel that there is still something left which is yet to be explored in hair?
See, if you talk about Indian hair, at this point, I would like to bring out that there is a book called Indian Art of Hair, which has been designed by Seema V. Jarjani, SVJ. And I'm proud to say that she's my mentor, she's my teacher, and really she has done a very big project. It's, in South, I belongs to South, there are very holistic temples, very historical temples from
Yeah.
hundreds of years if you see back. She was capturing all the hairstyles basically, and she had kept her presentation in a system, and she designed how the forms will be different in Indian architecture. She had noticed that, and she had captured all the things, and she had replicated that looks uh, into a video mode, and even a very good book she has released. There are no artists like think on that way, that level. The otherwise we have very huge options. We only see that English type of hair, a Victorian looks, uh, a nice round classic Chinese donut. Yeah, Chinese form of looks. But in Indian hair, if you talk, there are huge versatile. It's a very great looks. Generally, are in the history says that braids came from India. Braid textures, the if you
Yeah.
see the 3-strand or 4-strand braid, it's actually initiated in Indian hair. I can see there are forms like buns, a very the classical dance where the entire hair look. If you see the Bharatanatyam, if you see a person who is a classical dancer, they do a different form of hair. It's not like Indian English hair or something. It has a unique Indian hair. Like, only thing is the research somewhere it is more extent level.
How to increase retail sales in the salons? Because this is something which I feel is not growing in the market. Services are definitely been growing in the salons, but when it comes to the maintenance part and aftercare,
Yeah,
retailing is what something
this is what
which is
actually
decreasing.
exactly.
How to increase
It's
it?
not about focusing on the retailing, Hitesh. What is really important is how to take care of the hair, even when he or she left from the salon. So we should make sure that what hair needs basically. Tell me after the care, like after once we do a chemicals, generally what is very important for them to maintain is only a good shampoo and the conditioner, not more than that.
Yeah.
And that too, we don't guide them. We actually focus on selling, but it is the right important thing is the right product for a right texture, where only hairdressers have that option.
To
E-
educate them.
Even, yeah, to educate them. The hair today will not be the same after some months or a days. We should agree for that, and accordingly the product has to be choice.
So what about selection of the product?
Selection of the product, I don't think so they do mistake, because a right choice everybody do that. Because when it comes to color, they give a color shampoo. When it comes to a dryness, the shampoo will be picked up already. It is like a the knowledge can definitely reach from the brands. But when it comes to these technicalities, how to apply a right way of application, a right way to keep it rinse, those things are I have not noticed anyone. And you observe that majorly like clients doesn't know, like just they do shampoo, they do this, and when the process is this, then definitely the conditioning will not be in a good effective
Good
manner.
effective. So शिवा, जब से मैं आपको जानता हूँ, you started your journey as a hairstylist, then you became a trainer into a color brand. You have worked with couple of color brands, right? As a technical educator. So you were a very good colorist. And then suddenly I saw there was a change and you totally diverted your concentration, your focus on hairstyling. So ये जो change आप में आया, now most of the people in industry, जो लोग आपको जानते हैं, सभी को पता है कि शिवा is the best in hairstyling.
ऐसा है क्या?
ऐसा सभी को लगता है and it is a true. It is a fact. There is no doubt in that. But ये जो change, ये जो transformation आप लेके आए from a hairstylist to a color educator,
Yeah.
and now you are very well known, popular in hairstyling, especially updos, avant-garde. So इसके पीछे का राज क्या है?
अरे भाई ये सब सेटिस्फैक्शन के लिए करते हैं. स्टाइलिंग हमेशा सेटिस्फैक्शन के लिए होता है, ए पार्ट ऑफ द इनकम सोर्स. ये छोड़ दे. बट अगर मेरा जो लुक्स है इंस्टाग्राम में जो पोस्ट किया, इट्स बड़े बड़े स्टाइल्स. और इफ़ यू बिलीव इट और नॉट हितेश, कम से कम 150-200 पोर्टफोलियो शॉट्स किया. हार्डली 10% ऑफ माई लुक्स हैज़ बीन पोस्टेड इन इंस्टाग्राम. सोच लो.
और मुझे ये जानना है कि ये इंटरेस्ट डेवलप कहाँ से हुआ, मतलब कैसे आया?
You know what? The major turning point in 2016-17, I think. You know, when I went to Sri Lanka, Colombo, one of my favorite guru, my first guru, I can tell you, he's Joachim Roos. Everybody knows he's from Sweden. So the class when he conducted, I mean, the class is larger than life, I can say. ऐसा लगता है as a मतलब it's like depends on the form, depends on the textures, depends on the color subject. So everything sync together. It's like there are so many elements get together and do creativity. There is nothing endless. It's like you can have a sky is the limit in doing styling. But stylings again, we have a different segments. When I do bridal, we have a limited segment. When you do editorial, it keeps a story, come back with your look. There is nothing like copycats. It's more of create your expression, what you feel, what is that you're coming out. When it comes to a mood board, I can tell you, some way it gives a different kick. When you are swimming that zone, definitely you'll learn a lot. And every look is a challenging. My still first look of my avant-garde, I still remember when I do the shoot with very close friends of mine, Bangalore, with Rashida and Abhishek. So you don't believe that when I do the avant-garde circle, I remember still we have a wrapping on the circle, the hair, and the hair is not even standing on that. And I don't know how come in the photograph I saw the hair is standing on the headpiece, and how come I'm not. Somewhere I'm still poor that time, like I'm not able to construct the foundation. The foundation is very important. Either you do a small hair or a big hair or extremely big like fantasy. The foundation is a very key, and it is like a game. Trust me, it is a very good game. Like you will enjoy that game like till you achieve the final output.
But to be very frank, I tried a lot.
Tried a lot.
I tried a lot, but I was always very bad in styling. I mean, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि styling सबकी बस की बात नहीं है. I mean, I don't know why, but still today I'm not telling कि I don't like doing styling. I would love to do it, but somehow I cannot.
It's just like you have to see the failures in styling. People literally you don't know how to do this, the basic thing. You do all big, but you don't do this. I took that words, but it really gives that kick. Okay, let me try. Yes, this is what for this shoot I need only to do this much, only this much. If for that shoot I need to do that much. So there is a comparison. And don't believe like 90% of more than the hairdressing or I mean from my education, a part of my education, the stylist will teach you like, oh, I want this particular hair, Shiva. Can you do that? I said, where these guys will get an idea? For a moment, I'll think, how come the designer will think about the styling? Like, how come they decided my look? This is what I always think about. But when I see on the journey process, the final output looks, it's all like my entire portfolio I'll dedicate to them, because everything comes from them. It is not like my own creation, but most of the looks recently now I started like creating my own, creating about getting an idea of how the garment should be there, creating something like how the light should be fall on particular hair texture, doing some photography angles, like how the photography should be there. Now I am getting those, or if it is this way, that's why the look is not enhancing.
So that is what you
Learn.
spoke in the very beginning
Yeah.
about visualization,
Visualization, exactly.
right?
You have to pre-planned. There are certain things which happens in the shoot, but it is mostly like at least some basic homework before you do any shoot.
So
It's a
agar,
very good experience, and something which I don't like. It is not only I do styling; it is basically I do cuts, colors also, which is my favorite. But some way, out of these three, styling shows a
but your
very big show.
mastery is in styling.
Let me tell you, my mastery is in cuts, my mastery is in colors more than styling. But some way, fortunately, unfortunately, the styling comes out a better choice. I mean, better appearance. I
Better
can say.
appearance.
Yeah. So, which I sometimes I don't give. I want to give equal marks to all the three. That is what I like it.
I know. इसीलिए जब भी हम सेमिनार्स करते हैं एंड वेन एवर स्पेशली लाइक यू नो सेमिनार्स में मैं आपको इंट्रोड्यूस करता हूँ, सो मैं मुझे बोलना पड़ता है, एंड आई एम श्योर कि आपने नोटिस किया रहेगा कि he is masters in styling,
No.
but he is equivalent good in colors also and cuts also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll not be happy.
So Shiva, if anyone wants to become masters in styling, what would be the steps? What
See,
would be your advice to them?
My advice: do the foundations strong as strong. So for me, practice makes a really lot of difference. Practice. Still, it comes.
So any one wish which is incomplete and which you would like to do it?
So, out of several fashion shoots, something I have a dream to do a Paris Fashion Week, something those line like Milan Fashion Week. Those are like very next level of study case. We have to do a lot of research, come out with the looks, and I want to perform that stage. That is something like in my dream that it has to be.
Who is your idealist?
Joachim Bruce.
Okay. So Shiva, one last question. One piece of advice for hairdressing fraternity.
Keep trying out. Practice. Research is very important. Follow those trends, follow the techniques, upgrade your skills, update your knowledge, execute that, try your best. Continue. See you soon. Thank you.
Shiva, thank you very much for sharing your journey, your opinions and your wisdom with us.
It was a wonderful experience for me. Thank you so much, Hitesh, and had a
Pleasure.
very good time. Thank you.
Same here. And to our viewers, thank you for tuning in. Stay inspired, stay creative, and we will see you in the next episode. Till then, take care and keep shining, keep doing great things.